would be the most important would be to basically sell this island.
So we thought of like a petition that we could go around and inform them about like the biodiversity on the island and what would happen if people started developing on it. So then after we go with the locals, then we thought we could bring it to the US and using social media such as like Facebook, and you see all of those pages like this page to like support this cause. We thought of making a video and we could incorporate in that video maybe a song.
Get it in the media, you know, Facebook, how they were saying, you know, put it on Facebook, make a video or something. Just get it so where it's very popular and people, you know, want to fight for conserving the island.
The locals like talking about their point of views.
Kind of getting someone to like estimate the effects of building on the island.
Possibly get international pressure on Costa Rica to save it.
We could do investigative journalism, basically find out really what's going on, what their plans are for the island.
Deforestation that's gone on in Costa Rica has it's kind of like shocking to look over the years, so we can include some of that stuff and also like what would happen if they took away the biodiversity of the island.
Getting the larger public to kind of have feelings towards this would be the most important.
If you can have the land, then you can like decide what to do with it and you can decide not to build it. If they're gonna build something, it has to be something that's gonna protect the land instead of like destroying it.
We first talked about doing a better survey of the island and finding the importance of the island, whether that be the plants, the animals, if they're endangered or not, and trying to make a compelling argument on why we should save this island.
So if we could just find out what's on the island, do an inventory about, you know, the species, the marine and the terrestrial species, and also find out if there's endangered species.
In order to actually like try to make people aware, try to make people care, you're gonna have to research more, like to show if there is something there that is worth fighting for. But we kind of already know it is worth fighting for if there's monkeys and if, well, I heard Dr. Auger talking about how there's like could be water on there, on the island. So there could be a lot of new species or like old species that could be lost there.
Do the species count, find out more about it, the whole uniqueness behind it. The monkeys, that's so interesting. People really relate to that, and you know, if I were to hear about like swimming monkeys to an island, it would definitely catch my attention.
If there's more historical aspects of the island, because we did find that pottery, so we wanted to see if there was more of a pre-Columbian historical aspect to do an inventory for that as well.
I'm kind of interested in the pirate stories, personally, and like the archaeological aspect. So I think that if you compile those stories and kind of use that as like a selling point too, I think people would get interested. There's probably so much that, you know, is on the island that we couldn't even touch on today.
Like an educational opportunities there, so we could like set up maybe like a station or something, and we could have kids groups.
Definitely get the community thinking about the island and getting to know it a little bit more.
We wanted to focus on establishing field trips for locals and just like other Costa Rican schools within the region to go on like snorkel trips, because for many of them that would be their first time snorkeling, and just learning more and like giving them a reason to care about Isla Plata.
Teaching students around here in this town and also in towns around here about the island, and kind of taking an environmental approach to education. And so they get to go home and tell their parents what they learned.
On the Atlantic coast of the United States, there's like boats that they like take groups out with, and then like have one diver dive down with a camera, and you can watch on the boat and see everything that that person is seeing.
It's a cool place that we could like make trails and just have them like walk around and see all of the animals that are there and learn about it.
Like a reserve or like trails.
Having like establishing a small research facility on the island, creating internships for field biology or research project opportunities on the island.
Bringing in universities, whether that be Costa Rica or UCLA, LMU, and study abroad is such an amazing thing that a lot of students love to do, and who wouldn't love to study abroad here? It's beautiful, it's like paradise.
Bringing universities, maybe universities that are connected to the University of Costa Rica.
So getting a campus obviously off of like somewhere around here, and then telling them like, you have this amazing island where you can do all your research on. Nobody's ever done it before. The publications that would come from that would be amazing, because nobody's ever done publications, I don't think, about the island. So university kind of sponsoring Isla Plata as an education zone.
Yeah, you would definitely have to get like grant money as well if you wanted to fund all of this, you know, get a specific group to care about it.
There's a lot of corporations that claim to be environmentally aware. So companies like REI and Patagonia might take interest in looking at the island and just trying to be a better big corporation, so maybe sponsoring.